doing, guys? Questions?
What did you like about Tyrice played since jumping back?
Yeah, I thought he played really decisive. Obviously, he made those 2 plays that were hell of plays, but he had the opportunity to pick the ball on that 4th down play and played just a solid game and owned his role. It was cool to see.
He said he wasn't really feeling like himself until after the Tampa game with the knee and everything in the back of that. Is that about when you started to feel like he's back to the guy you saw a year ago?
Yeah, I think like the first real sign we got out of it was when he played the week before against Washington, and you see him, he's playing with confidence, he's playing with good technique and executing at a high level.
We throw the phrase next man up around quite a bit. Everybody knows what it means, and certainly it's on individual player, but what does that say about teammates, that there does not appear to be drop-off with some of these guys?
I think it says obviously about teammates, but I also think it speaks volumes for Mike's culture and what he's created. He's created a place where like people are expected to be the best version of themselves, and they have to strive to be that, and then they can step in and fulfill these roles. And obviously when you start and you jump into that role to start with, it can be daunting at times, and you don't want to make a mistake because it's your time on the field. But I thought there's multiple guys we can say that have come in. Like Nehemiah's play last week was unreal. Drake's been playing at a high level. Tyrice, Lee, Mike, all these guys step in and they understand what they're going in for, and they're trying to execute at a high level. And that's all you can ask for someone.
Isn't that the goal of every head coach, though? What's different about this one?
I don't know what's different. I think as you go through it, I think it's the goal of every coach, not just head coach. I think you all want your guys to play well. I think that's a really good question. I think like really, he puts it on us to be the best version of ourselves, and I think like that trickles down to the coaches. The coaches are trying to be the best version, and as that goes through the team, you're constantly challenging, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly looking for solutions and answers. And I think those things, when people around you see that, it becomes like the energy like flows through people, and they're all trying to do it, and that's what we're feeling right now.
What do you see from that Rams offensive line, in particular in run blocking?
Yeah, I see speed. Like, there is a difference from the last few years. I played them in Dallas too, and they get off the rock. They play fast, they play physical, they have good tracks, they understand their targets, they're well coached, you can see it. It's going to be a great battle.
Leonard was talking about the attack plays and kind of how they do that. What's sort of the challenge on that, and how do you prepare for that?
You just have to rep different tempos of speed, and the way people, like really good offenses and guys that operate on a high level, they take the line with intent. They take the line with speed. No matter where the snap count is coming from, they put pressure on you from the moment they run out of the huddle. And these guys do that. And you just have to practice it. Our offense gives us great looks on it when we're doing good on good, because they do it. And we just constantly rep it and constantly go through it.
You mentioned Nehemiah. When you saw that play again on the TV copy, what did you kind of look at that?
You know what's crazy is like in the game, I saw it, but I didn't really see it. And then like Mike texted me it just as we was driving home. When I got home, I looked at it. I was like, it's a hell of a play. I was like, it's elite finish. And you talk about like late wins and going all the way to the ground. That's like the example of it. And I was really proud of him.
What did he tell you about when he texted you? What did he say?
He just texted me the cliff, and he was like, Leslie's ball drills.
Have you seen Nehemiah? I mean, obviously he's largely kind of been watching other guys play, but when he's gotten his chances this year, he's kind of taken advantage of it.
Yeah, but I think what you don't see about Nehemiah, and if you look, is like he's been balling on special teams as a gunner and just going down there. And I think that's it, isn't it? It's like every opportunity. We was literally talking about this, me and a couple of the vet players today. Is like every opportunity, how can you maximize your snaps? Like, say there's 60 snaps, there's 12 special team snaps. What are your reps, and how can, like, I think if we keep pushing for that, we got a chance to be the best version. Wherever that ends up, it ends up. But like, that's what, like, and when the guys are talking about it, that's when it's really cool. That's when you get excited.
First game without Jaron Reed, how do you feel like the guys filled in for him?
Yeah, I think they do. You miss, like, the cool thing was Jay was there. So like, one, you don't miss his leadership. So like he's there, but you miss there's times you miss him on the field. He's got great football intelligence. He's got understanding of pre-snap ID and what's happening. He helps the guys with that. So like, there's other guys, like he's taught Byron a lot. D-Law does that kind of stuff, but you can't replace a player like that. Like, you miss him.
Aden, on that next player mentality, how do you get that player not to make that rep bigger than it is, and just in terms of what it...
I think it's preparation. Like, you just have to be, this is why we practice, this is why you go through the meetings, this is why you learn a playbook, this is why you have to walk through at a really high level so that it's just another play. Like, you want to do it the best way you can do it, but I think these guys, like you watch Ty at practice in the preseason, you can hear him, he's one of the loudest players on the field. He's working his rep like he's the starter. Those things, I think, prepare you at a high level that you can take an opportunity when it comes around.
You have multiple short yardage stops early in that game. What goes into those kind of mentality, the way guys attack and play, that's winning on those, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1?
Yeah, the coaches that game plan that do a great job of prepping the players, and they understand the mentality of the down. It's a take your shot down. It's a down that you have to play. There's technique, there's system, and then there's the man in front, and you have to win that battle at that moment in time. And the guys that coach that, CP and those guys, they do a great job.
You look at the Rams, they've been really good at keeping everything just manageable, right? With the sticks, every down of this is pretty manageable. Do you have to take shots at them this week to try to disrupt that, or what's the best way to get them to offset?
I think you just have to play your style of football. You have to play the system at a very high level, and you have to understand the situation you're in. These guys are an efficient unit. They are well coached. They understand what they're in. They look for premium looks, and we have to do our job and play at a high level.
You said well coached a couple of times. Obviously, you see great teams week in, week out in the NFL. When you put on the Rams tape, can you just tell this is the team that stands out a little bit?
Yeah, I think like you see it week in, week out, like you said. Like I thought there's things that Arizona done last week. When I saw them on the tape, I thought they done things well. Yeah, the Rams do a lot of things very well. And they operate at a high level. They have a quarterback that can make every throw, makes fast decisions, but no, I think every week you see, I would say what they have is they have it in multiple places, and that makes you go to work,
It seems like Reek's played pretty well the last couple of weeks. How have you I guess, what have you seen that's led to that, why he's...
I think one of the best things I've seen in Reek is just his mental toughness to understand that when you get in situations like this, and you can either not do it or you can attack it. And he's attacked it, and now he's making plays week in, week out, and you want him on the field. That's all you can ask from the player, and he's doing a good job of it.
Uchenna leads you guys, I think, impressions. He's doing that despite not playing week 1, kind of having the slow ramp up back into things. So it's kind of how good is he playing right now, and how much does he look like he's his own self? Yeah,
the old version of Uchenna I would see on like tape I'm watching from the other team, because I wasn't with him, but Uchenna is playing at a high level. His understanding of the game, his understanding of when his opportunities are, how he rushes off other players. In the run game, he sets good edges, he understands play action pass. He's doing a good job, and he's doing a good job leading the guys, him, Leo, and Law.
When you say a quarterback makes every throw, what are the final ones in the box you check? You said this is the tough one that the elite guys.
The make the throws.
Yeah, you said
the anticipation. Yeah, like it's the anticipation throws. The throws are like when someone's not open, but you know they're coming open. He makes those throws on a regular basis. He makes deep ball, like accuracy throws. It's cool to watch, and it makes you think, okay, we got to be on top of our game, and these are the games you want to play. You want to play every game, but it's cool to see, and you go against a team that is battling in you. It's a divisional game. You want to go get it.
What about Drake makes him a good green dot runner?
His understanding of the game. I think we've got a few green dot guys. EJ's a great green dot guy, but I would say anyone that can communicate at a high level and keep poise in the moment of time gives you that advantage of the ability to distribute information. You got to think, what is the purpose of it? The purpose is to get the play to all the players, make sure they're getting ready to play, their hands are in the dirt, understand the adjustments, be able to talk to the guys. Those are the things you're looking from a person to do that in real time. And he does a good job of it. EJ does a good job of it.
Is that why it makes sense for him to do it as opposed to someone like Kobe on the back end? Just because Drake kind of
Yeah, like I've been on teams, like in the team I was last, the safety had the green dot. And at times I think it's hard to get that information all the way down to the front. You know, like we done things in a different way in Dallas. So, but here he does. Both of those guys do a good job of talking backwards and talking forwards.
Nick Emmanwori, his first sack last week. How do you see him grow since coming back from injury?
Yeah, he's every week you see him grow and you see him like wanting more. He's an exciting player to coach. He I think he understands the level of work you have to put in to do the unique things that he does. Like he can do things in the game at every level of the defense, and that really, like, you think that's really cool and you're like, that's exciting, but that takes a lot of work. That takes a lot of work to understand how to play with technique on the first level, understand how to have all your keys and your run keys and your pass keys on the second level, all the adjustments, and then on the third level, all your technique and understanding your adjustments there. And he's putting in the work and it's showing on Sunday. So you just got to keep going forwards, you know, keep your eyes focused on what he's got to do and go.
How much does he train at like the traditional safety spots? Like if Kobe went down or something, like how much?
He trains with them. Yeah, he trains with them every day, and then he'll do little other stuff on the side with different coaches and stuff like that. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.